What if Naruto was a Senju, part 1? I think it's only right that I do a Senju what if, as I'm still doing an Uchiha series as well. In this scenario, Minato is Tsunade's younger brother, which makes him Hashirama's grandson. Tsunade still left the village after the youngest brother died, but to pay homage and respect to his little brother's memory, Minato became Hokage in his stead. All the events up until Minato and Kushina die are the same, apart from Minato putting up a better fight against Obito and the Nine Tails due to his increased chakra pool that comes with the bloodline. Naruto's childhood was a bit different than the original. Danzo still spreads the rumour that Naruto is the nine-tailed fox, but only the civilians take this to heart, as the shinobi of the village understand that just being a Senju gives the potential of being a great shinobi. I mean, 3 of the 4 Hokages have been all from the Senju clan, so... Some villagers hate his guts, and some see a lot of promise in him, especially when he starts the academy. Intelligence-wise, he's pretty much the same as canon, but strength and skill are almost on par with Sasuke Uchiha, who had the highest scores in the class. Naruto won some fights against Sasuke by outlasting and overpowering him, while Sasuke won the others through strategy and logic. Their relationship to each other is also very different, even though they still can't stand each other, even more than the original, as they were both part of clans that had been feuding for generations. They also held a great deal of respect for the other because of their strength, although neither of them would really admit it. When the graduation exams roll around, Naruto passes unlike the original. This is due to his almost immeasurable amount of chakra, being part of the Senju and Uzumaki clans. Kurama still messes with his chakra, but that doesn't matter, as he can just exert more to get the same effect as other people. Naruto gets his headband and is so excited that he goes and gets 5 bowls of ramen to celebrate finally becoming a shinobi. He stays up late training with his special ability, also known as wood style. He can only use it to a small degree, however the fact that he can even do this makes him quite powerful already, as wood style, I'm sure everyone knows, is very strong. He hears someone running and looks around to see a kid who failed the exam, running away from the Hokage's office. Naruto catches up to the kid and sees that he is trying to steal the scroll of sealing. He was about to call for other high-level shinobi, but the kid told Naruto that Mizuki told him to grab the scroll and he could become a genin. Naruto tells the kid that Mizuki probably wants a scroll for his own ends, and takes the scroll, telling the kid he's going to put it back before anyone notices. Naruto runs off to the mansion and puts the scroll back, but not before giving in to his slight curiosity and looking at the scroll, learning the Shadow Clone Jutsu. He practices the jutsu a few times when he gets home, and is pleased with the results. I'm just gonna say that in the morning, Naruto tells a Jonin about Mizuki and he gets arrested, or gets run out of the village. The next day he goes to the academy to get put into his team and start his new life. When he gets there, he sits at the same table as Sasuke and they both give each other dirty looks, past Sakura's big head, who was positively brimming with excitement as she was sat in between the 2 strongest people in her class, possibly the 2 strongest people in the entire academy. Naruto gets put onto Team 7 with Sasuke, and this time Hinata. Sakura's face turns from happiness to pure despair. When Haruka was reading the names, there was a note from Hiruzen about Team 7. He wanted to make a very powerful team, and having a Senju, Uchiha, and Hyuga sounds like a good idea if that's what you're after. And also, I hope you lot find this interesting as well as the series goes on, because I do plan on doing a few things I don't know yet, but I'm hoping to make some interesting stuff. All the Jonin senseis come to pick up their teams, except Team 7, as Kakashi's perpetually fucking late. Naruto and Sasuke are sat on opposite sides of the room from each other, and you could feel the tension between the both of them. While Hinata was stood in the middle, looking anywhere but at Naruto, as if she did, she would immediately turn red and nearly pass out. Kakashi eventually arrives and tells them all to go to the roof. He asks them about their likes and dreams, and they stay the same, but Hinata says that she wants to be worthy of the Hyuga name, and to be worthy for a certain someone. Kakashi raises his eyebrow as he's seen Hinata's eyes slightly sway towards Naruto quickly. He then explains that they will have one final test before officially becoming Team 7, and that will take place the next day. He tells them all not to eat breakfast and then vanishes. The next day they meet at the training field, and it was clear to Hinata that this may be more difficult than she thought, as when they arrived, it didn't take long for Naruto and Sasuke to argue over who and which clan was stronger. After a while of this, Hinata gets annoyed, and the timid mouse barks at both of them to shut up. If they are going to be on the same team, they need to try and be civil. They both look at her shocked, and she turns scarlet. Kakashi appears straight after and tells them that Hinata is right, Being on a team means looking out for each other, as the next fight and one wrong move could be the difference between life and death. Kakashi is ever so slightly annoyed himself, as Hinata had basically gave away the whole point of the test, but he would still like to see if they can work together when push comes to shove. He tells them that he has 2 bells, and the 2 that retrieve them will move on as shinobi, and the other one will go back to the academy. They all get ready to fight, and Naruto already had his hands ready to use his blood style. Kakashi doesn't pull a book out, as he knows that these are the heirs to the strongest clans in the village. Kakashi shouts start, and Naruto and Sasuke both jump towards Kakashi together. Let me know if you want to see more of this series and what you would hope to see in the future. I do plan on starting a whole bunch of what ifs in the next couple of days, so you can have a lot more choice on which ones you'd want to see earlier, or want dead, basically. So subscribe and share if you want, and I'll see you later. Bye.